John, capture log Game Bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capture log Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get funny classes too. You don't have a free card in your Sylladex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. John, wear disguise to fool Dad. John, who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain that there has never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who adventures such brazen assumption. Go downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagine. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs fire, because that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it, categorically, at all times without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. Toss Game Bro into fire. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacus. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ash is everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. Combine Father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gift. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Open large present. Oh, hell no. John, capture log ashes. First you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled out all akimbo like that, struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. Combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and dustpan. John, put urn back. No one will be the wiser. Except maybe for people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. Examine third and fourth walls of room. Check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. John, check message.
I understand you've recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him, so BRB.
John?
What?
You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No? Why would you even think that? That's so stupid.
Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, just kidding, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha!
I know, John.
John, go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. John, throw present wrap in the fire. As long as you're cleaning up. John, capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now. But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capsulog card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Ha ha ha! Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. Upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. This first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. Examine capsulog card. Yes! This will be perfect for expanding the space in your Sylladex. John, capsulog card. Ugh. John, play haunting piano refrain. Play 52 Pickup. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you were alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess! The peanut gallery over there is sure getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. John, exit. You exit the house. Check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender not a sense of mirth, but of lack. His chorus schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. John, leave a surprise for the mailman.
No!
John, see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. John, spy in kitchen. You tried to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking the glass is steamed up. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic. John, enter. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this. Strife! John, retrieve the package and flee to your room. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You'd better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. Capture log Pie Tin. You take Pie Tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Siladex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were hoping. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake! When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Siladex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. John, abscond! Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Sylladex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Take package. This red package is addressed to you. Take envelope. You got the Suburb Beta. John, exit kitchen. Get cake on couch. You capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Sylladex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? John, retreat upstairs.